truly are excited to be in the house of the Lord and able to know that there's a reason why we came, there's a reason why we're here, and we are going to celebrate that each and every time the doors are open. So we're going to start out with our song, Welcome, and then we're going to turn in our hymns. We're going to do the other one. Majesty is the only one that have the song, I Have Decided to Follow Jesus, but I think you guys know it enough that you might not know the Lord. Amen? Welcome into this place. Welcome into this broken vessel. You desire to abide in the presence of your people. So we lift our hands as we lift our hearts, as we offer up sweet praises to your name. Welcome into this place. Welcome into this broken vessel. You desire to abide in the presence of your people. So we lift our hands as we lift our hearts, as we offer up sweet praises to your name. Welcome into this place. Welcome into this broken vessel. You desire to abide in the presence of your people. So we lift our hands as we lift our hearts, as we offer up sweet praises to your name. We really are excited and blessed and fortunate to be here in the house of the Lord, able to give him glory, honor, and praise for another day. Thanking him for the ministry in which he's planted us and the ministry in which he seeks to see us grow. I really want to commend each and every one of you for continuing to be in the fight. As Pastor and I have been talking, we understand that the responsibility side of Christianity is hard. It's a big one. That there's the privilege of heaven, but then the responsibility of living like we're on our way to heaven is definitely something that we don't get to ignore, or we try not to ignore, because it catches us, you know. But we truly are excited about knowing that our decision to have the Lord come into our heart and to save us, we made that decision to follow, and now we just need to pray, as Pastor talked about in Sunday school, to be united in a way that we can be a testimony and a light to others, so that they can also make the decision to be able to follow the Lord Jesus Christ. So I have decided to follow Jesus. It's 6:35 in Majesty. We're going to do all 3 verses. Because one thing is, as Pastor says, you're always tempted. The flesh is definitely always tempting you to turn back. But we want to make sure that we don't do that. Amen. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I'm turning back. tendency to want to turn back or to want to quit, because it's not worth quitting. It's worth going forward. It's worth pushing. It's worth believing. It's worth trying. It's worth all those things. As Pastor mentioned in Sunday school, it's worth it for the ones that's going to be behind us. Like I said, we're only one generation away from not looking like Christ. Do we understand what that means? If we don't get this next generation to believe in Jesus Christ and they want to teach their kids, then all of this is going to just cease to exist. And the thing is, I couldn't imagine that. And so the thing is that I truly believe that it's worth the fight. Each time you show up, you make it that you believe it as well. But like I said, the truth of the matter is it does get hard, but we do understand that we have to still stand anyway. You got a little bit of voice to help me? All right. So any of the butlers that are able to join us, any of the fam, sorry. I forgot that's our official name. But the one thing is that in understanding that we're all changing, we're all growing, or we all should be growing, I should say. But the thing is that we have to understand that when one of us change, it does have a ripple effect that it changes all of us in some shape, form, or fashion. That we have to either decide, okay, I'm not going to do what they're doing, or, okay, that is something that I can do. But the thing is that we are affecting one another. Like we said, as a body and as a family, we do that. And so the thing is that we understand that the fight is real. We understand that there are times when you get disappointed and distraught, and therefore you have a spirit of negativity or frustration or anxiety. But the one thing is that as soon as you shut yourself off, and this is where that balance that I think that's always hard to have, when to say and when not to say. Because sometimes you hear all the, what we call the negative Nellies. They're the only ones that's talking. And that can be very discouraging at times. So you want to make sure that you are, if you are the one that's up and ready and understand what God is doing and have the confidence of what and encouraging to keep everything balanced. Because like I said, there's no person on earth that doesn't operate in extremes. And you guys know what extremes is. You're extremely happy or extremely sad. You're a happy-go-lucky person, or you're a woe-is-me person. Or you are a person, let's go do this, and then so the thing is God brings both extremes into the presence of each other, and then He attaches you to a person that's the opposite of you to create a balance. But like we said, we generally don't want to connect to the people that's opposite of us, because that is what we call conflict. That is something that when we start having to, as Pastor said, submit and give and take and everything, that becomes really hard. But the one thing is that we can do it. Amen. As Pastor said, in the presence of the Lord, amen, we can do it. And so that's what we seek to be and who we seek to be in the Lord. I've decided to take a stand. Not believing I'll lose some of my friends. All right. But I'd rather be right. Living hell. And once God gives it to you, then what? Then what? So sometimes you don't really want that all out there desire to be met as quickly as you think you do. Because like I said, sometimes we ask for things and then the way we get it is not the way we actually wanted to get it. And so the thing is that we need to trust Him in the way that He brings things to pass. Alright? So I hope that you can believe in the vision that He's writing. Write the vision, make it plain, that they may run and not faint. Though the vision is only for
yet I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff did comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Just that much of this 23rd Psalm, that also just filled me this morning as I go to the Lord in prayer. Right now, let's all bow our heads in prayer. Our Father, Almighty God, I thank you already this morning, dear Lord, for awakening me, clothing me in my right mind, and giving me my health and strength, and getting me out here to church this morning, Almighty God, that I could lift up my voice in praise and thanksgiving unto you, Almighty God. Father, if you speak it, it'll come to pass. And I love that song this morning, dear God, that just filled my heart. That I ask and pray, Almighty God, that you bless us this day. As I open my mouth and let out these words, Almighty God, I pray you forgive me of my sins and shortcomings, my iniquities and transgressions, that there be nothing outstanding between you and I to hinder this prayer from each of your ear, Almighty God. But I pray and ask, Lord, that you bless this time for which you want to sing to. For such a time as this, dear God, that we can come and rejoice and lift up our voices in gratitude and thanksgiving of how great a God you are. Lord, you formed all things. You spoke the words and put all of this into existence. No matter what people might say about some big boom or however it came to be, Almighty God, I know for a fact you spoke the words. Because your Bible tells me so. You spoke the words and brought all of this into existence, breathed upon it and gave it all life. Almighty God, as I stand here this morning, I ask you to pray that you bless